Hello everyone, Dr. Jeff Berger here, and today we're talking about disc bulges. Oh no, nobody wants to talk about disc bulges, but what I want to show you in this video is that a normal human being, disc bulges are a normal and natural function of your body. It's when the disc bulges in the wrong direction that becomes a problem. And in this video we're going to go through normal anatomy and wrong anatomy and also tell you what you can do about it. All right, so let's get started. First of all, everybody thinks about chiropractors having a straight spine. And you're right, as long as we're looking from this direction. But when we step to the side, we're looking for three distinct curves. In fact, God created us to have a good forward curve in our neck, in our mid-back, a good backwards curve, and then in our low back, another good forward curve. In this video, we're going to talk specifically about the low back. So I want to blow this up. Now, there are 5 lumbar vertebrae in your low back. And in between each one of these vertebrae is a disc. Now I want you to think of these discs kind of like a Jello gelatin mold in your refrigerator. It's solid, but yet it's malleable. In other words, you can push on it and cause it to bulge in just about any direction that you want. That's kind of the crux of it. One more thing about our anatomy I want you to recognize are these holes right through here. I just outlined them in red. That is where your nerves come out. When those nerves get hit with anything, pain ensues. But watch this. Now I'm going to blow this up again so you can see just 2 vertebrae. We'll just be able to see it better. As the weight of your body comes down and gravity comes up, and where they meet because of this curve, when that happens, it bulges out this direction. That's, again, perfect design. There is nothing out here that will get in the way. So let's talk now about what happens when this curve is missing. All right, so let's stack 5 lumbar vertebrae right on top of each other. Of course, we're going to add the discs and, of course, highlight the IVFs, or the IVFs is where your nerve comes out, actually. All right, and again, we're going to blow up so we just see 2. Now we're going to add your weight or add gravity coming up. The disc has no choice. It's going to bulge out the front. It's going to bulge out the back. And when it bulges out the back, that's pain. That is sciatic pain. And I've had women describe this pain as worse than childbirth. So this is a very, very serious thing. All right, so what do we do about it? I do want to say, in our office, we have routinely taken care of this issue and stopped people from surgery. So again, back to a little lesson, how the anatomy works. Now, since you were 16 years of age, you have not had direct blood supply into these discs. These discs are fed through a process called imbibition. Imbibition is just a big fancy word that says as the vertebrae on top moves up and the vertebrae on bottom moves down, it creates a suction or a negative pressure inside the joint space, causing it to suck material in, and as you put weight back on it, blow material out, just like the animation is showing. This process happens through everyday normal walking. Again, perfect design because it's the amount of weight that is on this spine. Can you imagine trying to force blood into that? It's a perfect design. The problem starts to come in is when the 2 vertebrae are jammed or locked into each other. Once that happens, this process cannot happen. It's just like if you were to put your arm in a cast because you broke your arm. What happens to the muscles all around it? They start to die because they're not being fed because movement is no longer happening. So, as a chiropractor, what I do in this situation is I unhinge those using the proper force and a proper technique and the proper angles to release that vertebrae so that this can start happening. In most cases, that's all I need to do. Open that joint up, let this process start, and your disc will build itself back up. Now wait a second, Doc, you were saying something about the flat spine earlier. What causes that? Well, I want you to do something with me. I want you to stand up. I want you to place your hand right in your low back, bring your shoulders back, and bring your head back. You can feel that curve, but the second you start jutting your head forward or rounding your shoulders forward, kind of like you're working on a computer, you can actually feel that start to flatten out. That's the point. We can't spend all day at a computer going like this. then get in our car and drive like this, then get home and watch TV at night laying in a recliner. You have to do things that keep your body up and out. Many of the things we do is for another video, but I just wanted to give you the basis of how these disc problems, how the discs work, and what we do to take care of them. Now, in some extreme cases where this process has been going on so long that a simple adjustment just cannot help it along enough, we have to do something called spinal decompression. And that is where we literally put a harness around your hips and a harness on your upper body and gently pull this apart to get this motion going. But again, that's in extreme cases. Sometimes we have to do that. We'll have to talk and we'll have to determine where you're at to decide if that is what you need or if the simple adjustment just works. Now, I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. I know I sure enjoyed making it. I love talking about chiropractic and the way it can help heal the body. But remember always, your body does the healing. I just help it along the way. I would like to hear from you. Please ask me any questions. I'm going to leave my name right here, how to find me on Facebook. I will answer your questions. I don't always get my questions answered the day I receive them, but before my weekend starts, I'll get your questions answered. Have a great day, and remember, motion is life, so keep moving.